Doris Selasie is my name, and I'm 26 years of age, and I'm from a family of 8, 3 boys and then 5 girls. Yeah, I have a personal business I run, which is a local drink called Sell Kids Tiger Nuts, and then I'm a level 100 student at UPSA with the program IT.
Were you impressed with the Blackstars game today?
No, not
Why?
at all. Because I was expecting the coach to do more, like to do better. Because your lineup worked for you, which shows that you need people to progress the ball into the 18-yard of the.
My love for football generated when Ghana made its first appearance to World Cup 2006 at Germany. And the part that really triggered more love was the final play with Italy and then France, when Marco Materazzi and then Zinedine Zidane had a little talk on the pitch, and then Zidane had to hit Materazzi and then he got a red card. And then the area that I stayed, Domi was a community full of talent. When you're talking about dance, they had it there, football, they had it there, running, they had it there, even music, they had it at Domi. So I think Domi had an impact in my football passion. Relating to analysis parts, I would say this is the first time I'm coming out or even seeing the worst part of me in giving football analysis. The part I had in football was when I started playing inter-schools for my school through GSS to SS, and even had a sponsorship from Cowbell when I was in GSS. Yeah, that time I had a sponsor from Cowbell. There was this man that stayed in our area who really loved how I take part in football. So he one day approached my parents to help me go to TI Amadia to go and focus more on football. The fear my family had for me was that I was going to put more focus on the sporting side rather than my academics. So my mother, who is now late, supported me 24/7 with me going to districts to go and play football. And then my uncle, who is also my favorite, had pressure on me to study more in class, because when you want to go for inter-schools, it means you will not be in the class and they are going to miss class sections. So my uncle was a bit worried. I had to wait too, and then I decided to drop the soccer side. I had that zeal, the love to talk about it, because I've been on the pitch before. I know the rules. I know what it takes to get a win. I know what it takes to get a loss. So it gave me the momentum to speak out. So actually, when this trending analysis so-called came up recently, the first presenter that came into mind was TV3 Juliet Bewa. She was a lady I really love in sports. What I normally ask myself was, did she do sports like the way I did sports before she got to where she is now? So, and so this trending started, and I was like, well, you can trend in football if only you have passion or love for it.
Now, the expression on your face says otherwise.
Well, I'm not really surprised with the results, with the outcome, no. I'm not.
Why?
See, I enjoy football. I don't only watch football. Do you get it? So, if you have a coach who is indecisive with his substitution, that's what happens on a field of play.
I was disappointed because you could have done better. So I wanted to let these players know that, look, Ghanaians know how football can be loved, played and then win. Ghanaians know how football can be loved, played and then lose. Ghanaians know how football can be loved, played and then you draw. But what you people are doing, you just go for the win and then you just give us. I will still stand with my take with the interviews I granted, because you are talking about a country that played or performed poorly with your qualifiers even to the AFCON, and then your qualifiers that you are recently playing for World Cup 2026. So I said it was just a chance that football gave us, or a luck that football gave us to partake in the Côte d'Ivoire 2023. I say that because we were going with a coach that played, before the AFCON, played 10 games with us, had about 4 wins. Do you get it? Defending minded, technical team not really giving any excitement in our games that we play day in, day out. You won't see any change. Coach benching sharp leg players and bringing them in the latter part like the Amalams, just come and give a Malam goal. Someone like the likes of Osman Bukari. So I wasn't really expecting much from them, but I was rather relaxed and then expecting that they would go and disgrace themselves as they did. Per Chris Hughton's record that he has, I think club side has helped him more than coaching a national team. Ghana is the second national team that he is coaching. Even the first team that he coached, which was Ireland, he was an assistant coach. So you can't come to a country that loves football and defend like the way you defended in your leagues or club teams, because club teams are different or league are different from national teams. Nationals, they go for tournaments and qualifications and those things. So you cannot come and then lose. Any loss that a national team beats affects his performance in the tournament. So I think sacking Chris Hughton is one problem solved in our football mess or Blackstars mess. Kurt has two things to decide on. Either resign as a president or try to take what Ghanaians are saying into consideration and work on it. Because from what Ghanaians are saying, or me for instance, it looks like monetary glory or monetary victory is more than the football that we want to enjoy, because there's no win. You've changed coaches, about 4 coaches. If I don't know, I know of CK Akuno and I know of Otu and Chris, and the same results. So I think I think Kurt has to put two things on the table. Take one, because for the pressure there, it won't end from this AFCON. Sacking Chris doesn't mean that Kurt is going to be okay. Ghanaians are looking at a different football now. Even if it will take him 2 years to get a coach, to get us our football that we used to play or the Ghana that we know, we don't have any problem. The female national team, especially Ghana, I think that's another job that Kurt needs to really work on, because I had this senior way back in school who plays very well, but I've never seen her play for Ghana. Currently, she's in Canada playing in one of the clubs in Canada. So this means that it's either you go out, you get a chance to go outside, come out, and then later Ghana will go and call you to come and play. But what are we doing here? Azaka ladies, and then Kurt can do more on like those things. And this will give or puts more like energy on Ghanaian ladies who would want to play soccer for Ghana. Because trust me, if I had continued my dream of playing soccer, I don't think I would have been in Ghana by now, because we don't like sponsor our females well. They don't, do I say they don't even regard? No, but the GFA can do more in female sports. The advice I can give ladies who love football or wants to talk about football is keep doing what you do in your little space, and one day I think the camera will definitely find you, as it did to me. Because I have a son who is 4 years old, and Cyril and then Jude Bellingham, the way their mothers like handle them is one big inspiration that I want to do for my son. So if you're a lady, it may not be your son, but that passion can take you to be an agent and then groom young people to become like a bigger talent. So I would put more or throw more light on females who talk about football. Don't turn that light off.